Ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe to this channel right now. We have a very, very important live stream. Your super chat is greatly appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to support the live streams, your super chat support is so appreciated. Paul Bartlett in Australia. To my viewers in Australia, thank you so very, very much. God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen. This year is going to be absolutely amazing. Be here in November of this year when Trump regains the Oval Office. God willing, my God, I want record low poverty again, record highs in household median income, foreign policy that isn't a catastrophe like the current foreign policy we have. A president who can think on his own and doesn't need a public relations monstrosity around him. Hit subscribe right now. Huge victory for Trump in Florida. Huge victory. We'll get to that in a second. To my super chat, thank you again. Paul Bartlett, thank you so much. Always supporting the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to talk about any topic related to politics, society, sports, anything you'd like, really, but definitely about Trump and 2024 and November, via the super chat, that'll be so greatly appreciated. Really quickly, everybody, Paul, everybody here, I have a short out. It's me doing 95-pound dumbbell presses. I want to show you this right now, and thank you for the comments in that video. I want to just show you really quickly. This is me last night, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey everybody, subscribe to my channel. Let's see if I can do this 90-pound incline dumbbell press. Alright, thanks so much. Hit subscribe right now. Thank you.
Sorry about that, ladies. That's a short on this channel, and please go ahead and share it. It'll be below in the pinned comment. And, you know, sometimes I do that. I go to the gym and lift heavy weight, and just a way to get more subscribers, to show a little different side of myself. And anyway, if you enjoy that, you know what? Hopefully there'll be more gym videos. I've done that over the years. I used to have something pretty hilarious called the Clinton email workout, which is actually, I'm actually laughing when I think about that all the time. But anyway, we'll see. Hopefully I can get to 100-pound dumbbells, which would be pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, let's read this. Hit subscribe to this channel. Please go ahead and share that short as well. The judge overseeing Donald Trump's federal classified documents case has refused Department of Justice Special Counsel Jack Smith's request of a disclosure regarding the former president's advice of counsel defense during the trial, sparking criticism. Trump has pleaded not guilty to 40 charges relating to allegations he illegally retained top secret and classified material after he left office, then obstructed the federal attempt to retrieve them from Mar-a-Lago. Former president has denied any wrongdoing. Phil Trump Jesus, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Greatly, greatly appreciated, and God bless you. So this is huge because they want Trump's defense. They want as much information about Trump's legal counsel, what the legal counsel wants to do, so then they can tailor their prosecution. And it's not going to happen. And it's only going to delay the trial likely past 2024. Because I don't think they want to lose to Trump. And at this point right now, they're losing to Trump on many fronts. Feral Trump Jesus, thank you. Paul Bartlett, thank you again. To my super chat, thank you. So, you look, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue. On Friday, Judge Aileen Cannon was nominated by Trump, rejected Smith's request without prejudice to force the former president to reveal if he plans on using a defense that he was merely relying on advice of his lawyers during the trial. In court filings, Cannon rejected federal prosecutors' quote, motion to compel disclosure regarding advice of counsel defense, while saying such a request, quote, is not amenable to proper consideration at this juncture. Her refusal has since sparked backlash online, and she faces criticism, of course, because it's a judge actually ruling in favor of Trump. If it's a New York judge or any judge in a liberal or blue state continuously voting against Trump, no criticism online, apparently. But when a judge says, hey, wait a second, the special counsel is going after a former president with the power to declassify. He had the power to declassify. Her refusal has since sparked amid claims the former president is hoping to delay the trial until after the November of 2024. Well, of course he is. Of course he is. That's what's taking place, and it's working. You can't prove that Trump didn't declassify any of this information as president. A president has never had to prove that he declassified information. He has the power to declassify. Furthermore, there's not much of a process. The president could declassify information verbally. Okay? He could declassify information verbally. How are you supposed to then prove that he didn't do so? So this is really interesting, ladies and gentlemen. And it could definitely prolong, it will definitely prolong the case. They're trying to get as many trials as possible before November. Because they're trying to, of course, interfere in the outcome. When Democrats do it, it's okay. Quote, so I think this is the key question because Trump's overall strategy is one of delay. Everyone does that during court cases. Or oftentimes you want to delay as long as possible to get as much information out there or to get as much discovery, to get the facts out there so you know what's going on. Then Newsweek, I don't know if Newsweek does this type of thing for I don't know if Newsweek does this type of thing for rulings that go against Trump. So Judge Cannon has Donald Trump much needed delay. This is very important because you see what's going on in Fulton County. That prosecution is not working out in the manner that Democrats thought. So the prosecution is not working out in the manner Democrats thought. So in Georgia, in Florida, in D.C., okay, you have, then there's the D.C., the other special counsel probe in D.C. The D.C. and New York trials could very well end up in convictions. The Georgia and Florida could end up as mistrials or even prolonged until after 24. So that's something that could possibly take place. But let's go ahead. The Supreme Court kept Trump. Oregon Supreme Court keeps Trump on primary ballot. That's another huge loss for the special counsel in D.C. Okay, if you can't prove, if the entire country doesn't think that Trump actually engaged in a rebellion, how on earth, if Oregon, of all places, doesn't believe, one of the most liberal states in the country, like even more liberal than New York and California, if Oregon doesn't think that Trump committed a rebellion or was engaged in a rebellion, then I don't know what to tell you. Feral Trump Jesus! Move to X. I can send most super chats. I can. I appreciate that. You know, I'm gonna call you TJ. TJ. You know, thank you so very much, FTJ. Thank you. Um, First of all, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I stopped using. It is. You're right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I have to be honest. Every once in a while, FTJ, thank you so very, very, very much. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. To my super chat, Paul Bartlett, thank you so much. FTJ, thank you. I have to tell you, I actually do from time to time say, should I go back? Should I go back? Should I go back to Twitter or X? And the reason I don't is because I think that in the next year, even though it is a good, it's a platform now where at least you can speak your mind easier. I do think that it's not going to be a good place this year for most people. I think that the arguments, the endless negative, the possibilities of unforeseen consequences, whether somebody takes your statement out of context, whether somebody tries to harm you in terms of either physical or legal repercussions. I mean, you saw that you had government agencies looking at specific tweets from people. I don't know. That's a good idea, FTJ. I agree with you that it could be a good idea for a lot of people. For me, it wouldn't, because there'd be so much negativity. I'd get into endless debates, endless arguments. Also, people can take things out of context. I also don't think that I don't trust the platform, even though you don't have the overt government involvement. You know, there's a lot of information that is shared about even one's personal life on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram that you just, I don't know. I think it's going to be a platform, unfortunately, where you have apoplectic, angry, you know, wonderful, morally superior liberal Democrats who will try to ruin people on Twitter. That's why I say to my viewers, FTJ, everybody, I suggest everybody get off X, because I think it's a place where your words are going to be twisted, taken completely out of context. You could have, in January of 21, said, hey, Trump had a point, and oh my God, suddenly you're on some kind of, government or whatever, Democratic Party or, social media list. Rob White! Thank you, FTJ. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Rob White, the president of the first branch of government run by himself. Executive. He's the executive branch. No one is above him. He faithfully executes, carries out the law. Exactly, Rob White. That's why he can declassify information. Exactly. Rob, thank you. By the way, I'll have a live stream tonight around 10:30 or 11 p.m. Eastern. Rob, thank you again. And the special counsel, Rob, FTJ, thank you again. It's just so much, FTJ, there's just so much negativity on Twitter and X. There's so much drama. There's so many ways that apoplectic, disgruntled liberal Democrats who have so much vitriol and venom inside them, especially after losing in November of 24. It's just not a good place to be. I just don't think that it would be a good. I tell my viewers, no message board based platforms this year at least. Also beyond, I think. But Rob, thank you again. You're 100% right. And the special counsel. Rob, the special counsel is part of the executive branch. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is part of the executive branch. That's why when Trump fired Comey, he had every right to do so. Trump had every right to hire or terminate any employee as president within the executive branch, or actually within the Department of Justice also, I believe, is in the executive branch. So, the DC case against Trump because of a speech, all of these cases are imploding, actually. So, all of these cases are not working out well because when they accuse Trump of committing a crime, they're ignoring the fact that he was president, that he had presidential immunity, and that he had the right to voice discontent, or he had the right to declassify documents. He had the right to, I mean, the Stormy Daniels thing, that he wasn't even president, but it wasn't even his money. It was the money of a convicted felon. And the FEC didn't even fine Trump. They fined Clinton and the DNC for the Steele dossier. So, FTJ, thank you. Paul Bartlett, thank you. Rob White, thank you so very, very, very much. And so, let's go ahead. I have Trump here in Iowa. Let's go ahead and listen to former President Trump really quickly.
Every corner, and we're really honored to see the crowd, that we had the turnout, that we have your incredible people. You built this country. You built this country. 10 days from now, the people of this state are going to cast the most important vote of your entire lives. I believe that.
2 days from now, ladies and gentlemen, Trump's going to absolutely dominate Iowa. Be here for the live stream. You know, the 15th is going to be really awesome. Monday, the 15th, is going to be really awesome. And this is a man who will have been indicted under 91 criminal charges, and by far, by like 30 to 50 points, be far and away the most popular person in Iowa, starting off a primary, by the way, that Democrats won't even have. So, because they're a political machine that they don't even have a functioning primary, and they pontificate about democracy. Let's continue.
Too very much. I used to say that 2016, and I believed it then, and now I believe this is even much more important. Our country's going to hell. You don't mind me using that horrible word, don't you? I use that word because our country's really in trouble. It's in trouble like it's never been before, in my opinion. We have a man who's grossly incompetent dealing with nuclear war. He's dealing against Russia. He's dealing against President Xi of China. If you would deal with these people, you'd say it's not a fair fight. By delivering.
Do you trust, if you had to pick a representative, okay, not just of your country, let's say of your neighborhood, let's say you had to pick a representative of your neighborhood, okay, and it's between Biden and a neighbor, who would you pick? Forget about the country. The only reason, ladies and gentlemen, the only reason, okay, the only reason that you have the current occupant in the Oval Office is that the entire American political establishment rallied around Joe Biden. Media, Hollywood, social media, Facebook, the Facebook founder, and then you had a once-in-a-lifetime situation where people were petrified to actually apparently go in person. So you had a situation that really can't be duplicated. Okay, you have that one, you should have one day like France and other countries, not 1 month, where Democrats seem to just gain momentum with democracy. Oh my goodness, they're coming back. It's 3 weeks later. Wow. That's so Democratic. Paul Bartlett, exactly. New Hampshire will be interesting. And I think in New Hampshire, Trump easily defeats Nikki Haley. And if it's, let's put it this way, if it's 20 points or more, I mean, even if it's like 13, 14, 15, 16 points, that's still good. Okay, then you get into conservative states, and then there's no chance for anyone. So, but let's continue.
Delivering the massive victory. I think it's going to be really a tremendous victory in Iowa because I'm seeing polls that are phenomenal. But the main thing I got to ask you, look, we got to get out and vote because, bad things happen when you sit back. They said, we love him. We love the job. We love the job he did for the farmers, for the whole state. But let's sit home and watch it. Maybe it'll be a little bit cold that night or a little bit rainy. So important that we get out and vote and really show the strength, because the only way we can get hurt is if you sit home and want to watch the great results on television. Then you say, is it too late? We got to get out there fast. But that's not going to happen. But if you would get out and vote, even though, the polls have us way, way up, strange things happen. So if you don't mind, look, she's into your corner for a long period of time. You'll be here. I said from day one, right? I said, we're never moving you, and you have forces that want to move. You noticed the Democrats moved. You did notice that? A couple of people maybe noticed that. But they moved, but you didn't move because of what I did. It all starts here in Iowa at 7 p.m. on Martin Luther King Day, 7 p.m. So don't stay home if you want to save America. Each and every one of you, get out and vote and really bring your friends. We talk about 10. Bring 10 people, but bring whatever it is. You can also bring more than 10 people, I guess.
Iowa is going to really be important this year. Okay? Really, really, if you're in Iowa and you're watching, God bless you. Let's get this, let's start this season right. If Trump wins by over 30 points, let's say 40 points, New Hampshire is certain for Trump, but then you get the question, well, how much will he beat Nikki Haley? Will he defeat Nikki Haley by? Okay. But then after, I mean, you have after that, let's look at okay, so the Republican primary calendar, of course. Let's see here. So you have, ladies and gentlemen, you can always go back to this video to look at the, look up at the NBC News calendar. But here, 15th Iowa, 23rd New Hampshire. So this is going to be a good month. Okay, this is going to be a really good month. Jamie, hello. David, hello. FTJ, thank you again. Rob White, thank you. Paul Bartlett, thank you. To my super chat. I can't do this without you, everybody. Thank you. So you have Iowa the 15th, 2 days from now. You have New Hampshire the 23rd. Okay. South Carolina, Trump is going to be over 40 points. He'll be up like well over 40 points, maybe even 50 points. Nevada, he'll do extremely well in Nevada. Okay. No, hold on one second. Yeah, Nevada. Okay, so hold on one second. South Carolina. Let's see. Republican. Let's look at the Republican. All right. Why is this so difficult? Okay. We'll just go back here. So Republican. So let's see. Democratic. So Republican. That's the 8th of February. Then you have the Virgin Islands. South Carolina is the 24th of February. Michigan is the 27th. He's up over Biden in Michigan. Okay. So thank you, David. Thank you, David. So February 24th. So you have, sorry for the confusion. Okay, so you have Iowa on the 15th for the Republican primary, of New Hampshire on the 23rd of January. Then you have Nevada the 8th, along with the Virgin Islands. Then you have South Carolina the 24th of February. Then you have Michigan, Idaho, Missouri, March 2nd. D.C. and then North Dakota, 3rd and 4th. Then you have Super Tuesday on the 5th. Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, and then you have Texas, Oklahoma. So the February is going to be a huge month. The 5th is going to be huge. Then you have the 19th. So Trump is going to, by Super Tuesday, there'll be no doubt at all. Okay? By Super Tuesday, there's no doubt. The 5th of February, Trump has already locked it up, as they try to lock him up. Rob White! Rob White! Representative Jayapal said Trump was convicted. No. Some people shouldn't be in Congress. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. FTJ, that's true. I agree with you. Thank you, Rob. Greatly appreciated. Rob, thank you. FTJ, you're right. I need to do more shoulders, triceps, legs. FTJ, I'm going to do legs this evening. Legs are important. And I have, my legs are strong, but I have to do a lot more work on them. So, FTJ, well said. Thank you. Rob White. Yeah, I mean, they're just trying so desperately. They're trying so desperately to take down Trump. It's not working. They need to know it's not working. And you have April, May, June. July 15th is the RNC convention. That'll be very interesting. You have Trump, who will be the nominee, possibly convicted. All the electricity and buzz will be around Trump. And then you'll have, you're going to have Biden? I don't see that. With his poll numbers going, we'll probably have a stock market crash by that time. So, I don't see how Biden's popularity, I've always said that Hillary Clinton somehow, some way is going to be opposite Trump in 24. I've always said that. I believe that's going to happen. I don't think that they go. Let's ask everybody here. let's ask everybody here. FTJ, Rob, Paul, everyone here. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, I just don't see that. Ozzy, hello. I just don't see that taking place. Do you, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. You tell me. I mean, July is a long. It's like a lifetime away, really. July is like a lifetime away. And, you know, I just don't see, there's political talking points. Like when you debate a Democrat, they're never going to admit what they see and what you see regarding the current president, Biden. They're not going to actually admit that he looks like somebody or he acts like a human being who has lost the ability to communicate. They're not going to actually admit that there are times where Biden acts in a manner that if Trump had acted in that manner, oh my God, late night comedians, that's all they would focus on. Okay, he's literally has made up words over the years. Nicholas! I think that's very, Nicholas, thank you so very much to my viewers in the UK. Thank you. I think that's very, very, very possible. I think that right now, Nicholas, everything that could possibly keep Biden and Democrats afloat is taking place. The economy is teetering. It's on thin ice, but everything seems to be like spinning plates. There are about 70, 80 spinning plates that Democrats continually have to spin to make everything work out okay. Rob, thank you. I think they keep him with HRC as VP. That is an interesting one, and that could possibly be the case. I think that HRC is there in some capacity. I can't imagine her being VP. I think that she's front and center in some capacity. I just can't imagine her not trying to regain the presidency again. But Nicholas, I think that it could be Bitcoin or it could be a crash. There's the proverbial sword of Damocles above the U.S. and world economy. Okay? You have, the world, the U.S. has pumped trillions trying to replicate economic activity because of the economic sin of shutting down state economies. When you shut down an economy, and you did so for the public good, you ruined so many people's lives, but you also, what happened was, you sowed the seeds of a terrible financial collapse in the future. Now, again, it might not happen. I think it, Mr. T, I think that you're going to see Bitcoin very likely, unfortunately, below 10 once that market crash takes place. We are headed for a terrible stock market crash. I think based on what we see with credit card debt, record highs in credit card debt, so many FTXs, like how many Sam Bankman-Fried FTX debacles are there? There's so many examples. Not long ago, in one of the crypto exchanges, okay, I think Coinbase came out with some revelations in terms of one of their filings where they could possibly, depending on the economic circumstances of the company or of the market, never give you back your money. I mean, a bank run could also happen. Like in the past 3 years, we've seen a hedge fund go under, billions upon billions. We've seen a crypto Ponzi scheme. We've seen bank runs. So in the past 2.5 years, we did see a hedge fund go under, we did see a bank run, and we did see a crypto Ponzi scheme. And in each case, you had billions upon billions lost. And in each case, the government was able to contain, or the markets were able to contain the calamity. Now, what if you have multiple FTXs? What if you have numerous banks, small banks around the country? I think that you should have your money in a too big to fail bank. If your bank is small, relatively small in size, you don't want to be one of those people waiting outside an ATM when, God forbid, the bank is going under. Yeah, I mean, look. This is my humble view. I don't want it to be. Bitcoin is tied to the market sentiment. So it went down in 2022 because the market and the NASDAQ went down. It's going up because the market and corporate profits have gone up. But once corporate profits, I mean, credit, I'd rather have, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I'd rather have money in a major bank, whether it's, one of the top 5 banks in the country, GB, hello, than a credit union. But see, again, I mean, it's worst case scenario. If it's a too big to fail bank, it's too big to fail. You're not gonna have a bank run on Bank of America, for example. Okay. You did have a big problem with B of A in 2008, but it was bailed out along with the other top banks. So I just think that, when the market crashes, it will be the fault of Democratic Party policies shutting down economies gleefully, doing so almost with glee, because they knew very well it would hurt Trump. I think that you have very high credit card debt. That's a huge, 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 huge problem. So we have record high credit card debt. So we have around $1 trillion in credit card debt, fueling corporate profits, and inflation just went up, and interest rates are still extremely high. So debt is a huge, huge problem for everybody, everyone. Everyone has credit card debt. Some people more than others. How many people do you know that maxed out their credit cards? And a lot of that is because of the shutdowns. So, and Bitcoin is tied directly to market sentiment. If you look at market sentiment, it was at 9,000 in July of 2020, okay? Went up to 61,000, then back down, then up to 60,000, 22,000. Then it hit about 21,000 and about 16,000. I think it went to 15,000 for a second. No, 16,000 in 2022. Okay. But 2022 was a bad year for the market. Really bad. Okay. Now, market has rebounded, and so Bitcoin goes up. When the market tanks, Bitcoin's going to tank even further. Also, I mean, you look, the chart just follows market sentiment. Bitcoin just follows market sentiment. Pony Soldier! Azimuth! Thank you. Pony Soldier, thank you so much. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Pony Soldier, thank you. Thank you. See, Pony Soldier, you're absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you have gifted so many members. I just can't thank you enough. H, do you think T-bills are as safe as they have been in history? I think the T-bills are safe, yes. I think the Treasury bills are safe, yes. They are safe. I don't think that I think the Treasury bills are safe. Let's see. They are safe. You just got to make sure that, Pony Soldier, make sure that you're in a too big to fail bank. Does this sound bizarre? I'm saying this? Pony Soldier, thank you again. Does it sound bizarre, people, that I'm saying be in a too big to fail bank? Because we've seen bank runs just in the past year. Doesn't it sound weird that I'm saying that? Doesn't it sound bizarre? Pony Soldier, doesn't it sound bizarre? I just think that you have Silicon Valley Bank. Let's see how it happened. The banks, it got bailed out, but see here, third largest. Okay, so I think if you're going to see the T-bill is the Treasury bill is safe. It's just a matter if you have it in a small bank. Okay, Silicon Valley Bank failed after a bank run, making the third largest bank failure in United States history. It was one of 3 bank failures, along with Silvergate Bank, Signature Banks. You had 3 bank failures, And what if oil prices go back up? There's so many things that need to happen for Biden to win yet again, and for a crash not to take place. Oil must stay below 100, number one. Credit card debt has to decrease nationally, I think. Hedge funds, you have to ensure there's no hedge fund that goes under. There's no smaller bank like SVB it's the third largest that went under. You have all of these issues. Corporate profits need to continue to grow, and they're not. We might have a recession. I mean, independent of recession, you could just have one bank failure, one FTX type of crypto crash. Pony Soldier, thank you. Ozzy, hello. So, I mean, you had these 3 bank failures, $42 billion. And this is, of course, under Biden bringing us back to normality with bank failures. How many bank failures under Trump? I don't know of any. But then there was the hedge fund. Was it Archegos? $36 billion collapse in 2021. So you had Archegos in 2021, SVB and the two others, bank failures in 2022. $20 billion in, say, paper wealth in 2 days. And, you lose $20 billion in 2 days. Did you have the $20 billion to begin with? Well, I guess you did. In the system we have, you had the $20 billion and then you lost it in 2 days. Did you really have it? Yeah, I guess you kind of did. But there was a specific issue with Archegos. It had to do with accounting. And these were also tied to, oh, that's right. They made bets on certain stocks. I forgot exactly what it was. The derivatives bet. So little known derivative. So hedge funds throughout the country are engaging the same practices. That's the issue. That's the issue. So you could have a hedge fund that goes under. You can have a hedge fund that goes under. That's right. A lot of the leverage and margin. Forced liquidation. Forgot exactly what it was again. Swift. So it was a margin call, but then what happens if you have more margin calls? The market tanks, you're going to get hedge funds and others with margin calls. I mean, then you have crypto going down. Then you have crypto Ponzi schemes that are out there unraveling. Then you have crypto exchanges that keep people's money. And you have banks, regular banks going under. I mean, it could be, God forbid, a terrible thing. I mean, it could be a terrible thing. Everything is working perfectly for Democrats at this point, and still things aren't that good. Inflation went up. Inflation went up. Okay, how do you have inflation going up when interest rates are through the roof? Okay? And then when the you know what hits the fan, you're going to go and then you're going to have the same left-leaning people say, "Oh, well, you know what? You know what? You're just bailing out Wall Street, man." I like Vivek a lot. P stuff, hello. W, hello. I like Vivek a lot. I like him. Not as much as Trump, obviously, but I like him. Oil prices never surged to 100, thank the U.S. Okay, so Biden, you have Democrats talking about the environment and protecting the planet, and then they beg other countries and they beg oil companies to increase production. So which one is it, Democrats? They're all over the place all the time. But people did think that it was going to go back 100. Actually, it was near 100 in September. Oil prices near $100 per barrel. So that's bad, very bad. That was only in September, September, October. So when you have oil prices at $100 a barrel, it's not a good thing. Bad thing. Goldman Sachs says oil could go up to $100 a barrel. Ozzy, exactly. Pony Soldier, thank you again. I mean, this is the thing. It's not if oil prices go to 100. If interest rates, if they raise interest rates even more, because the interest rates going up so quickly, that was one of the reasons SVB and the other banks went under. If inflation continues to go up with interest rates at record highs, then what happens? That's why I say, go to a too big to fail bank. I'm not saying you should, you must, but think about that. Think about that. So, I mean, it's just, you know, there are so many things that could happen. I mean, we're not even talking about, you could just look in terms of crypto. DeFi Pro was on 97 of stolen crypto, $1.68 billion. So you have $2 billion in 2023 in crypto scams. But see, it's like, the question is, how many FTXs are there? And Democrats won't get FTX money. Nicholas! Thank you, Nicholas! Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you so very much. I'll be here, everybody, at around 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. But, I mean, will there be a... What do you think, everybody? Will there be a financial downturn in 2024? What do you think? To my super chat again, thank you so much. That's true. No, I agree with you, Mr. T. I think that there's future to it. I don't say it in any malicious manner regarding crypto or Bitcoin. I just listened to Charlie Munger on like continual loop, and it has affected me. Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, and if you have the money to keep long term, you know, but Rebecca, hello. I just think that it's really, there's so many pitfalls. Here's another one, for example. So you look, Coinbase warns it could lose their crypto holdings if the company goes bankrupt. So this is last year. Coinbase warned by SEC of potential security charges. I mean, that's just one, corner of that market. I mean, there's just so many pitfalls. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to leave you with this. This is me again. I haven't done much in terms of athletic achievement in my life, but this is something cool you might enjoy yet again. So let's go ahead and listen. Please go ahead and share this. It'll be below in the pinned comment. But I was at the gym yesterday and I did this.
Hey everybody, subscribe to my channel. Let's see if I could do this 90-pound incline dumbbell press. All right, thanks so much. Hit subscribe right now. Thank you.
Well, that's pretty much what I got to offer right now. I appreciate your support, everybody. Rob, thank you. Everybody here, thank you so much. So greatly appreciated. Please go ahead, share that short everywhere. Thank you, Mr. T. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, everybody. I did that, just to get people to subscribe. Sometimes I do fun things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all. Be here tonight and especially in November of 24. Nicholas, Rob, FTJ. Thank you so much, FTJ. Paul Bartlett, thank you. Everybody, I'll be here tonight. We'll do another live stream. We'll have a good time. Be here. Thanks, everybody.